google.com/calendar.
Google.
That's one of the things that I absolutely love, and I'll actually show you some things that kind of, you can set them as public. So, I'm going to fall over. So if you have kind of like your due dates or your assignments, you just have one calendar, you make it public, so your students can go through there. So as they're categorizing kind of their personal calendars, they have their own little area for your class. So, and some of the benefits of that is multiple studies show that there's, if people keep one calendar for personal, for school, and also for their business environment, they're going to be more organized. So I know that's one of my biggest struggles because I don't get that much sleep. I'm always on the go. I know that with my phone, it beeps, I got an email, I also got an event invite showing me, hey, I had to be at the chiropractor today at 11:30. So there's multiple things out there to kind of make sure that you're always on time. So one thing that I thought about too is self-assessments. I know that they do that right now, but I think something that we could do is during the class, kind of like if it's an 8-week class, 4 weeks in, or 16, 8 weeks in, is kind of just send out an assessment or like a survey for the students. See what they're struggling with or see things that are going well, because then that's going to give you, the instructor, some feedback of, oh, well, this is great, we need to keep this, or maybe we should critique this a little bit, and maybe it would be better for the next 16-week class that we're starting. So kind of just using those self-assessments, there's multiple things out there for surveys that you can use. So that's just another idea. And then, of course, Twitter. I absolutely love Twitter. I think that it's great. Kind of like what the students were talking about when we were sitting up there for the chat times. It's really hard because with all of us always on the go, saying, hey, you have to be logged in at 5:30 no matter what, or else you're going to miss out on that assignment. I know personally that there's a lot of those times that there's these chats that are going on. But to be honest, I don't log into them at all. I'm never available. So I always just take the hit and make it go towards my grade. So something that I think is cool with Twitter is kind of just using this as a chart here. So we have an instructor there in the middle. You have all of your students around that they're able to interact with themselves. They kind of have a picture of who the student is, and they kind of have an idea of who you are as the instructor. I know that there's a lot of questions though of, well, what happens if somebody posts something that's not right? Well, you being the instructor, delete it. Nobody knows. And also something that I really like with Twitter too is kind of like, I'll show you here in a little bit, but I do have kind of like my Twitter account that's set up. If somebody sends me a message, and because I'm the creator of that, I can get a text message that says, hey, such and such posted, this is their question, or this is what they're talking about. Is it appropriate? You can also get emails, just showing kind of one more thing of, hey, yep, somebody did post it through. And then some of the benefits of that is it's a perfect branding opportunity for schools, for the classroom and also for the school in general, like Southwestern Community College. They have their Facebook page. I don't know for sure if they have a Twitter account, but it's just one more piece that if somebody's on a social networking site and they go Southwestern Community College, boom, you got their Twitter, you got their Facebook, you got MySpace, you got all of it. So it's perfect branding opportunity. Podcasts. Does anybody do them? Any instructors? Doug does? Perfect. I think that it's great just because the student, like me, I would have that interaction with that teacher. Not really, but it would feel that way because I'm able to see them there. So I'm just going to give you, that's just some of the pros of it. But this is one site that I came across on Prezi that I think was really cool. It's actually IE University's. They actually have their own out there. They put it on their website, and you can learn everything about it. You can't see it right now, and it'll take forever to load. But once when you go through all of these, there's actually little tiny pictures throughout this. There's also little pictures here in the D that you can't see. So when you zoom through, you can zoom in, it'll talk about